Court reserved judgment on charges against Nnamdi Kanu. Welcome to the news, and thank you for tuning in to listen. The Court of Appeal in Abuja has reserved judgment on the appeal filed by the leader of outlawed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu, challenging the 7 charges against him by the federal government. Politics Nigeria reports that this is as human rights lawyer Mike Ozekome's son, who leads a delegation of legal practitioners representing the IPOB leader, urged the Court of Appeal Abuja to strike out the remaining charges, citing lack of credibility. The session at the Court of Appeal commenced at about 10 a.m. on Tuesday as Kanu legal team mounted a strong defense over allegations of terrorism and treasonable felony. The hearing of Kanu's appeal challenging the 7-count charge filed against him by the federal government was earlier slated for October 11th, but was later brought forward to September 13th. It will be recalled that the federal government had rearranged Kanu on an amended 15-count charge bordering on treasonable felony. However, on May 28th, the trial judge Bintanyako of the Federal High Court, Abuja, struck out 8 of the 15-count charge. The appeal, marked number CAABJCRC25-2022, is challenging the remaining 7 counts against Kanu. If you ask me, waiting then they discuss on top of this matter. Now I don't understand. This is where I come in, where if you feel the person commit offense, you don't need to take the person to court. Just like maybe, let me say for instance, these people who kill people, who slaughter people, who make people widowers, orphans, who make people childless. When you catch them, these people will say, now them they kill. I don't think you need the only investigation you need to find out is if this person, or if you get people to work with them, you investigate them. You keep them for one place, ask them questions, drill them. You understand? You get info from him, then keep need to get info. Immediately and get info finish. You don't go. What is not useful? This, my Lord, sir, my Lord, may I, okay, adjourned, convicted, all this one, co-job, is not needed. Sincerely, I have the strong conviction. Anybody that commits murder should be given the penalty for murder after being investigated. You don't even need to try. After they don't investigate you. This one is not a matter of you have been proven guilty by the law. Oga, you commit them. It is clear that I committed this particular. There is nothing like sincere. I don't understand. I don't understand. You see somebody that clearly did this, except in some cases where maybe there's a setup. Then you do investigation. That is where investigations come in. That is where investigations come in. You now trace. Okay, this person is actually not guilty. This person was set up. These are the people who committed the crime. But when it dare clearing, say person commit crime, why not give the person the punishment for that particular crime rather than wasting time? You're not being able to find a particular thing to hinge on someone. Sincerely, this man's issue is actually not, the best way to solve it is not in court, it's out of court. Yes, these people have been crying marginalization. The more you keep doing this, the more they feel marginalized. Why don't you call? Have you called for dialogue? Make it come business. These people no give you ear. Even elders of these people, this southeastern region, their elders have contacted the presidency not once and not twice. Oh God, let's settle this thing out of court. Let's call for dialogue. The man, I don't know what the problem is. He does not want to interfere. Really? But you see people who slaughter people for a living. People who live to kill, people whose their breakfast, their lunch, their dinner is actually corpses. They like turning human beings into corpses. Then these people, when they are caught by a Nigerian army, what happens? You take them, you use our taxpayers' money to send them to rehab. You even buy them breakfast, lunch, and dinner with desserts. With appetizer and desserts. And then you expect these people to be happy? It's so clear. You don't find what you go use hinge on this man. You know they see. For how many days? Somebody be on trial for 2 years. Have everyone said it should be cited to our constitution that if you're on trial for 2 years, maybe they go court, they come back. If not 2 years, they're supposed to talk and say you don't serve your 2 years. If you ask me, yes. They're supposed to talk and say you don't serve your 2 years. If you're somebody who maybe at the end of the day you are acquitted, they should compensate you for damages. Now, so it's supposed to be. So that they won't stop this habit of you're trying somebody for 2 years. To me, it doesn't make sense to me. That man has been there since 2021. This is 2022. We are heading towards the end of the year. We are heading towards the end of the year. All right. Confusion everywhere. Why can't the federal government channel these resources they're waiting to take care of ASU strike that's left students out of school for months? My dear, they're correct. They should not waste time taking that lunatic to court, but rather give him rat poison. Are you really serious? All right. I find it difficult to understand how people analyze issues. Who should we blame here if not government of Nigeria? Who, because of selfish interests, allowed the country to sink, subjugating the citizens to untold hardship? If we blame Kanu for Southeast, who should we blame for the greater level in the North? This is a very, very good question. Food for thought. Okay, fine. If all the accusing fingers, okay, this man ain't caused all the insecurity they happening, it's okay. If that's okay, okay, you don't talk your own. Who can't cause the insecurity when they happen for the North? Is it the same man? That is why I am still talking about dialogue. And the dialogue I'm talking about, I'm not talking about dialogue for only the indigenous people of Biafra, not just the IPOB, the Yoruba Nation, and the Middle Belt people. Because see, if at the end of the day, you call for the indigenous people of Biafra, you call them for dialogue, you agree with them, you start doing what they ask you to do, the Yoruba Nation will rise up their own, you give them their own. The Middle Belt people will rise up their own, they'll give them that. That is how it is supposed to be, and it is not supposed to be that way. I will suggest anybody who is coming in should call for dialogue, all the whole ethnic groups, from the smallest of the small of the local government or constituencies to the largest of the last will be represented. People will be represented. It will be how to move the country forward. It will be how to clean and how to dress and how to nurse our wounds. Because I want to believe that both the all 6 geopolitical zones are actually bleeding as of today. So we talk it out once and for all. What is the problem? What did they make us bleed out? What did they make us know they heal? What did they make us know they finish our wounds? We'll talk it out, and as a nation, we come to a conclusion. And then, all of us can be heaving a sigh of it at the same time. Nobody will come after that dialogue and say, don't call me, it is partiality. No. The government, there is still time for dialogue. The only time where dialogue will be out of a question if this man now, if judgment is passed. Nobody said they're going to pass judgment if they talk saying we can talk. No, it's not going to make sense. So. And the thing is, this matter, let them not forget that the international bodies are actually watching us. If they like me, then do anyhow. Then they watch us from left, right, center. Anyhow, we say them present Nigeria on this particular issue. Now the same, way international bodies go use to look at Nigerians. Make them remember. Say people, they watch them. All right, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen.